I hope you're finding this book on the study of Exodus to be helpful in your journey. I'm thinking today about question number 3 on page 25 in this book. What was Moses, now 80 years old, doing when God spoke to him? It's referring to that story. Let me read those words. In Exodus chapter 3, the first few verses, tells this wonderful, powerful story. One day Moses was tending the flock of his father-in-law Jethro, a priest of Midian. He led the flock far into the wilderness and came to Sinai, the mountain of God. And there the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a blazing fire from the middle of the bush. Moses stared in amazement. Though the bush was engulfed in flames, it didn't burn up. This is amazing, Moses said to himself. Why isn't the bush burning up? I must go see it. And when God saw Moses coming to take a closer look, he called to him from the middle of the bush, Moses, Moses. Here I am, Moses replied. Wow, what a great, powerful story. Being in the majestic presence of the almighty, holy God, and yet this personal invitation into that moment by a God that's also very relational. So the question, what was Moses doing when all that happened? I get the sense in which he was just, even though he was far out in the wilderness, he was just doing his job. He was tending the sheep. He was leading the sheep. He was watching the sheep. Just sort of a normal day for him. Just doing what he did almost every day, working and walking. Maybe he was walking in an attitude of prayer. Maybe he had a song in his heart or a passage of scripture that he was reflecting on. But something amazing happened in the middle of what might have been a mundane, normal day. There's no sense that he was particularly looking for anything, although he was certainly watchful. He probably wasn't expecting anything unusual or out of the ordinary. It was just out of a moment of normal activity on a normal day that God arrested his attention with something very unusual, a supernatural moment, a burning bush. God spoke. It was a God moment. So may I ask, have you had any God moments that got your attention recently? Can I encourage us to watch for them? And I hope that you get a chance to share your story. It might not be a burning bush that makes the headlines, but it might be just a heartwarming moment that reminds you of his presence on what might have been a normal day.